We're here in the Digital Weather Center on your Sunday afternoon with the latest on now Hurricane Gabrielle out there in the central Atlantic basin. You can see as of the 5 o'clock advisory, National Hurricane Center has finally moved forward with the upgrade to Category 1 status. Gabrielle now has max sustained winds coming in around 75 miles an hour, and the central pressure continues to steadily drop advisory by advisory, coming in around 992 millibars as of 5 o'clock. Reconnaissance aircraft continue to find a more and more organized system as they survey the now hurricane out there to the immediate south and southeast of Bermuda. This makes the second hurricane of the 2025 season. And I want to add a fun fact that despite this hurricane season seeming to be moving at a much slower pace than a lot of us are used to, believe it or not, based on historical data, we're actually right on cue, more or less, in terms of the timing we typically see the second hurricane form out there. Now the question is, what will the rest of September look like, and especially October, as potential La Nina conditions build in over the tropical Pacific? But we'll get to that very soon. Right now, some good news in terms of Gabrielle. As this system continues to move out there in the Atlantic, we are expecting a more northward turn and then finally ejection like a rocket ship off towards the east, avoiding the United States and even Bermuda as it moves away. But also notice, in that new forecast track, you can see that hurricane icon with the number 3. Yes, that is also brand spanking new as of the 5 o'clock forecast from National Hurricane Center. It does seem very likely that Gabrielle will achieve hurricane status, major hurricane status, for a small window of time on Tuesday before it starts to develop a bit more of those extratropical or non-tropical characteristics once it begins to interact with the jet stream over the uppermost North Atlantic. And then the Azores out there in the Northeast Atlantic, we'll have to keep an eye on it because we may have a high-end tropical storm or a disorganized, dissipating hurricane knocking on your doorstep into next weekend. The satellite representation of Gabrielle right now has improved significantly since this system first hit the game board last week. If you notice, on the infrared, we've got great outer banding. You can see good outflow on all sides of the hurricane, meaning it's got good exhaust, it's breathing well, firing on all cylinders, and the thunderstorms continue to develop and strengthen near that center of circulation. So Gabrielle is certainly not done strengthening by far. Thankfully, it will avoid pretty much everybody as it continues to get stronger and stronger. And then finally, latest outlook, kind of looking a bit more like September out there. We've got a bit of a resurrection. If you notice, there's a new yellow blip undercutting the orange one out there. Orange one has been highlighted for the last few days just to the south of Hurricane Gabrielle, now up to a 50% shot of development over the next 7 days, no chance within the next 2. And then believe it or not, that yellow blob there was previously highlighted a couple days ago. Hurricane Center did drop it, however, because it seemed formation within their 7-day window was unlikely. And now we're back. So it does seem like there is a growing possibility we see our next named storm, Umberto, hit the list, and then we'll have to wait and see to determine if that yellow area of interest has enough gusto or pep in its stuff to take on our following name, Imelda.